Another Sunday conversation for you guys. One of the questions I get is, should I buy my tools from Harbor Freight? It's sort of where America is shopping for tools these days. That used to be Sears with their American-made tools many years ago. Now Harbor Freight is coming to the market and they are selling at a significantly cheaper price point than pretty much anybody. A lot of it, I'd say 99%, is imported Chinese stuff. And you really got to think about, do you want to purchase this stuff? Or do you want to buy something a little bit of higher quality? One of the things is most of the tools are coming out of the same 3 to 4 factories in China. Milwaukee, DeWalt, Ridgid, Ryobi, all that stuff is usually coming out of the same factory. They're really rebranding it, adding different plastic molds, and a lot of it is the same tools. Some of the really higher end stuff like Bosch and Festool, whatever, that's coming out of Germany, and that is not of the same quality, significantly higher quality than some of the other tools you'll see in the market. But Harbor Freight, what do you buy at Harbor Freight? What should you be buying at Harbor Freight? There are some tools that are absolute garbage. So this is a Chicago heat gun that I bought within the second time of using it. The switch broke, and now I can only use this on high heat, which is pretty annoying, to be quite honest. So I spent $19. Gonna have to spend another $19, or I can go out and buy a little bit higher quality, higher spec Milwaukee or DeWalt heat gun, which is what I'll be doing next, and I'll be tossing this. Some of the hand tools are of decent quality. I've got a mallet from them and a punch set, and I use these all the time when I need to mark and figure out where to put stuff. I use their gloves, so you'll see me go through a lot of gloves in my stains. I buy their gloves there. My favorite tool from Harbor Freight are these clamps, these 3-inch clamps that are shorter. I don't buy the longer ones, I buy the shorter ones. These are outstanding. I have a ton of these. When you're building up your tool assortment, you're going to need a lot of clamps, and these are my go-to a lot of the time. I know other guys have done videos on these as well. And then even some of their little hand clamps. This is a little 2-inch clamp. And this works really nice. You can buy these for 99 cents, $1.99. To build up enough tools and enough inventory when you start really getting into this, you need a bunch of clamps. Their tape, for the most part, is terrible. I bought a bunch of different tapes from them, and I don't like them. If you think you're going to be getting a fine line tape from them, it's not. The adhesive isn't of the same quality. These Pittsburgh aluminum clamps are terrible. Every time I try and tighten, these turn and they bend. And I really don't like these. I still use them, but they will eventually be thrown out shortly. I just don't like them. They are not rigid enough. They move all over the place. Some of the things I would avoid, this is one of them. They are trying to get into step-up tools, better tools. I saw this Bauer 20-volt lithium-ion drill, and I felt the quality of it, and it feels really nice and solid. I've had some bad lucks with drills over the years. I bought one of the Milwaukee cordless drills, and that thing was terrible. It had plastic gears and they stripped all the time. I sent it back twice and I finally said, just keep it. I don't want it back. So I always go through a lot of drills. My favorite drill is this Makita that I bought maybe 10 years ago, and I've only had to buy one replacement battery. These things are awesome. So I'll use this as my primary drill for a year, and let's see how it goes. I'll do a review and let you know how their higher end tools are. This wasn't cheap. I think this was $69. Home Depot had a Ridgid drill and driver for I think $119. So this is just the drill for $69. The battery was a decent price, $19, so I got an extra battery. So we'll use this for a year. See how it works. I mean, really does feel pretty solid. Batteries, I love the drills that have the LED lights now. That makes a huge difference. So be careful with what you're buying from Harbor Freight. Definitely do not buy some of the larger tools. The lathes, the drill presses, the bandsaws. I had a Harbor Freight bandsaw that cracked. The metal is not that good. I have used one of their smaller dust collectors, so that's one I did find success with. But my father-in-law had a bandsaw, a lathe, and a sanding station, and all that stuff fell apart. and it was really of poor quality. So I'd be careful with buying some of their stationary tools. I would save up, buy up a little bit better of a tool. That's my 2 cents on Harbor Freight. You can always go to pawn shops and garage sales and find a lot of hand tools, Craftsman American made stuff from years ago that'll last forever. But that's where people are shopping these days. So be careful with what you're buying. Make sure it's of decent quality. Stay away from their entry-level price point tools. They do break really quickly. So thanks for watching, guys. We will see you in the next video.